This is the MMA Takes Podcast. With your host, Brian Petrie.
All right, we went live. I lost my boy.
Oh,
Christian.
man.
CC, are you with me? Oh, there he is.
There he
That
is.
guy. What a handsome man. Welcome to the MMA Takes Podcast, final fight card of the year. It's not great. It's not terrible. There's some spots. I think we all can win some money. That's why the boys are back in town. That's why we are here to help you win money. Christian, first things first. I just had a question for you. Now I completely fucking blanked on it. Oh no. Yeah, here it is. Have you been with us for a full year? Do you remember your first podcast? Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear this guy. He fell apart. Oh, he's muted. Hey. Oh.
Yo.
Oh no. Is this gonna be this is a disaster. All right. Do you know if this is his first time with us or first year with us? I could go back and look at my papers. Christian, gotcha. I can hear you.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Have you been with us for a full year?
I remember. See, I could look it up. I know my
I
first
gotcha.
part because it was the send them home off where I took Malarkey and you took Khama Worthy. So that was my.
And I won that one, right? I won that one, right?
Yeah. You wish.
All right, let's see here. Hang on. All right, so
it might
I
have
got.
been that Woodley. It might have been Woodley.
So you've been with us since I'm going back on my papers. They're not in order. They were in order until my daughters got it. So you were with us in May, April. You were with us.
March was with that. March was the Worthy fight.
March was
Yeah,
the worthy
Worthy.
fight. Okay, yeah, he was with us in March. I'm wondering when we gave Dev the old boot here, and you took his spot. So Devin did March 6th was his last card. So you've been with us in March. So not a full year yet, but we're gonna. Sorry for hitting the mic there, but we're going to have an MMA award show, which you're gonna be your first part of. Which MMA Takes award show. Excuse me. We're gonna give out, underdogs, picks of the year, fuckers of the year. I'll write the categories. I'll send them. You do your own picks while people vote on them. It's gonna be very fun. But last fight card of the year, a little bittersweet. I'm looking forward to having a full year with CC next year. And and by the way, I don't know if you guys know this. I hope you do. I don't have it with me, unfortunately, but I am the champ still. I defend it. First time ever defending. I've won it and I've immediately lost it. Timbo defends it for like months at a time. First title defense, which in my opinion makes me the real champion. And I want to shout out Kai Kara France because he was the underdog that I hit. And you guys both were like, fuck, I should have been on Kai Kara.
That was an easy one, man.
And then Tony Kelly early in the night as well. You guys weren't on Tony Kelly. I got Tony Kelly as a dog as well. So those two guys helped me a lot. Plus Bruno Silva with my underdog knockout, my mortal lock. Let me see what we got here. Paulo Pasta. All right. So we got a fight card. We sure do. And it's capped off with some heavyweights, which is Christian's bread and butter. I know it's not, they're both pretty good heavyweights, but it's your bread and butter, in my opinion. So if there's ever a card for you to win, it's this one. But we do got to start with some shit. We do got to start with some crap. And the first crap fight is going to be Matt Sales, -104 versus Jordan Levitt, -118. Pick'em fight here. Since I'm the champ, I'll go first. I hate this fight. Matt Sales was a Dominic Cruz guy, came into the Contender Series, had a little hype around him, and then just completely fell off in the UFC. Coming off a loss over, he hasn't fought since 2019, and it's over Bryce Mitchell Twister round one. Bryce is a beast, but still, a Twister is something that high-level guys really don't get hit with all that much. Been away for a while. I don't know if he's committed to the sport. He's only 8-3. He's not getting any younger. Jordan Levitt coming off his first career loss to Claudio Poulos, who is a pretty good prospect, not the worst loss in the world. Jordan Levitt, a very interesting guy. A lot of people think he might be gay. He's not. He has a woman in his life, apparently. He has a child. Stories of him training in Vegas is that he is an eccentric guy, good on the ground, good submissions, but I like Levitt here. I mean, I can't pick Matt Sales. I think the guy stinks. I just don't think he's good. I think Levitt can win this any which way. His striking's a little weird. He needs to prove himself as well. Because, I mean, a slam over old-ass Matt Wyman can only take you so far. So give me Levitt. I don't love it. I don't know if I'm going to bet it, even though I love betting pick'em fights. I don't know if this is a fight I'm going to run to bet because I think both guys stink. Timbo, what you got here, babe? You got a strong lean?
Nah. I like Levitt just because of the activity. Like you said, Sales has been out for over 2 years now, coming up with this fight. And, Levitt, we saw Claudio Puelles, a couple weeks ago, I believe, and looked fucking damn good.
He's a good prospect. He's good, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of big on him. So, nothing to hang your head on there. But other than that, unanimous decision loss, Levitt's looked pretty fucking dominant, from going back to the Contender Series and then obviously against old man Weinman, like you said. But, yeah, give me Levitt. He last fought June 2021, and Sales hasn't fucking fought since December 2019, where he lost by Twister, which is embarrassing. Even if it is the Bryce Mitchell, Thug
Nasty. Have you guys heard his rap album?
No, I didn't.
I heard it's good.
It's not bad. He's got a little bit of bars. You know what I mean?
Does he like Yellow Wolf, or does he like?
No. So Yellow Wolf is like, Yellow Wolf's a country boy, and he raps really fast.
Yeah,
Bryce is more. He's more like, you can. It's like, I don't know how to explain it.
What do they call it? Screwed up.
Yeah, chopped
I'm
and
old
screwed.
enough. Chopped and screwed. Yeah,
chopped and screwed. Let me see if I can play a little bit of it here. Let's see if I can find it. Just because it is too good. It kind of went under the radar, in my opinion. Let's see. What's the biggest? So 81. Okay, so this is his biggest one here. Hang on, let that play. Can you guys hear that, or do you want to? Can you hear? No, you can't hear it. Okay, let me. Hold on. Can you hear this right here? It's some guy talking. Can you hear that?
Very, very lightly.
Yeah.
Very, very lightly. Okay, let me share it then. Share video file. Oh, nope. Now I want to do that. Sorry for all the audio listeners. This is the last one of the year. Give me a break here. Chrome tab. There we go. Share. All right. Can you guys see this now?
Can see it.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Okay.
I heard about the new law.
So this is obviously not Bryce Mitchell. This is some guy watering his plants.
Larry Fitz.
Qualify at healthcare.gov.
Is that Larry Fitzgerald?
No, but it looked like him.
Here we go.
Pasture fire.
Yeah. Get him, Bryce. Get him. Okay. Bryce Mitchell's kind of got a hot chick too. She's got covered in. I'm a tattoo guy. She's covered in tattoos.
Yeah, I'm from Arkansas, fuck is the Arkansas light at the end of the tunnel. My energy's funnel, my enemies talking, they chuckle. I don't give a fuck, ain't no need to rebuttal. They look in my eyes and they know I won't buckle. Been from the jungle, I've been down a...
It's not bad.
I have to give that another listen. It does help when he's a badass. It does help when he's badass.
What's weird is I remember his name being Thug Nasty, and I'm like, why is this Arkansas country boy Thug Nasty? And then my stereotypical beliefs of people from the South, Arkansas is very Southern, is that they're all kind of like, Christian religious guys and
Bible Belt.
Bible Belt. Who then they don't cuss or whatever. He's fucking cussing up a storm, rapping and shit. So good for Bryce Mitchell. You got Jordan Levitt. Sorry for that detour there. Christian, who you got here, bud?
I was leaning towards Levitt, but I mean it's a striker versus grappler matchup, I think. But Jordan Levitt can't take anybody down. I mean, I guess his only takedown, he put Matt Wyman almost, into stretcher. I'm gonna go against you guys. I sometimes I like Levitt. Like I know he's quirky and people think he's gay. I think he's interesting, but I think I picked with my heart too much. He's not good. So give me Sales. Neither
Look
of
that.
them, but yeah, give me Sales.
Switching it up. He went the opposite of the heart pick. He went motherfucking, I'm gonna do the opposite. You know what I mean? It's like George Costanza and Seinfeld. He did the opposite. Everything worked out for him. Fucking Christian's doing it. Next fight, Dontel Mays minus 210 versus Josh Parisian plus 168. The big boys. This fight stinks out loud. Both these guys should not be in the UFC. Timbo, heavyweight fights. Who you got here? This line I think is a joke if I'm being honest with you. But go ahead.
I'm actually going to defer because I haven't looked at this fight. I need to look at it right now.
Okay, I'll give you a quick pick. I'm going the underdog at Josh Parisian plus 168. Dontel May shouldn't be a 2-1 favorite over anybody. He's looked okay in the UFC. He's settled down. He's went to big camps, but I just don't see him doing anything and being he could win the fight. Don't get me wrong, 100%. But 2-1, fuck off. I'm taking the underdog Parisian. We'll go Christian next. Christian will end with Timbo.
Yeah, what do you call him? A bowl of spaghetti?
Mm-hmm. This is a bowl of fucking fat noodle pasta with these fucks. You just throw it on the.
Oh, dang. Parisian fought Chad Johnson.
Not the Chad Johnson. Not Ocho Cinco, bro.
No. Yeah, neither of these guys are very good. I'll tell you, he changed his name to Lord Kong from King Kong.
Mm-hmm.
That might be enough to make me pick him. He does have a little bit. I mean, he's fought a little bit better fighters, I think.
Yeah, he's fought fucking Cyril Gane.
Yeah, he's fought Cyril Gane. He's fought Cyril Gane. Lost heel hook. So he went he went 3 rounds with him. That's enough. I didn't research this fight at all. I just know both these guys are terrible. I do think Mays is a little bit better though from what I remember seeing of him. I wouldn't. What's the over/under on this one?
That's your department. That's your look it up. Dante Mills, quick story about Dante Mills. He is from my area, Kentucky boy. When he was an amateur, he would come up here. A lot of his fights were in Northern Kentucky, mid Kentucky. And if you're not familiar with Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, I mean, they're interchangeable. They're it's literally 5 minutes away. He was feared. He went undefeated as an amateur. He was knocking everyone out. Everyone thought this guy was like the next thing. I was in a Facebook group and everyone was like, dude, you got to see Mays fight. Saw him fight Northern Kentucky. He was last amateur fight, won by knockout. And I'm like, nah. I mean, big black dude. I get it. People are, he's athletic and stuff. People are scared of him, but I was like, nah, I didn't see it. And, his pro career's been up and down. He's in the UFC, so what the fuck do I know? And we were supposed to spar one time, and he said no, so fuck him. Timbo, who do you got here?
I'm looking at Mays now. So he was on the Contender Series twice.
Yeah, he lost?
No, he won both.
I thought he lost to Alan Crowder. Yeah, he lost to Alan Crowder on his first try.
What?
I think he was on the Contender Series 3 times, but
no shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I do see that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. His first go, he lost Alan Crowder, and then Crowder went on to fight Greg Hardy in the UFC, and then get knocked out by and then the illegal stuff. Crowder's a wild man, but yeah, he had 3 times on the fucking UFC. Couldn't make up their mind. They're like, we need heavyweights, but this guy stinks. What should we do?
That second fight, he won by knockout, and he had 100 strikes landed. Like, Jesus, what more do you want?
Right.
Give me downtown Mays. I think he's got the power. I think he can get a little knockout here.
Yeah. I think both these guys, I don't think should be in the UFC. This is a contract fight. They're like, we got to get these fights at the end of the year. Next up, Raquel Pennington minus 215 versus Macy Shazin. Shazin?
I think he said Chasen. Anik said Chasen.
Chasen. I'm going to go Anik's the man, so I'm going to go with Anik. Macy Chasen minus 172. This line's a little odd to me. This line jumps out to me a little bit here. Timbo, do you want to go? You want to circle back?
Yeah, I got you.
Timbo, go ahead, baby.
Yeah, so this one here, man, it's let me look at this line again to make sure I'm right here. Yeah, so Pennington's fought the who's who, legit. She's fought literally you name it. She's got wins over Misha Tate. She's fought Jessica Andrade twice with 1 win against her. She's fought Nunez, Holmes, GDR. I think she's 33. So I mean, she's been here for a while. She's 12-8 in the UFC. But I'm all over chasing right here. I think she's mad more impressive. She's a fucking finisher in there. She's fucking active in there. She's dangerous. Lands over 4 strikes per minute. Durable. Never been finished in 8 of her fights. Yeah, I'm all over chasing here. Give it to me.
You got her. Nice dog play there, plus 172. CC, what do you got here, babe?
Yeah, I couldn't agree with Timbo more. This fight's at 145 too, which I think suits Chasen even more. I don't know if you guys said that. I was looking at the lines. This thing's moved a ton too since whenever you did that.
I did this late last night. What's the line now?
You got it from FanDuel?
Yeah, FanDuel last night.
Minus 184 plus 154.
Wow, yeah, so it is moving significantly.
So yeah, people are seeing what we're seeing. I was shocked when I saw. I just thought it was flipped. I was like, what?
Right.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think Pennington's very good. Obviously, she beats middling fighters, but at 145, 135, Chasen is up there. She's like Juliana Pena good. So, give me Chasen this one. The line is surprising. I'm going to bet it soon, too.
I'm all over Chasen as well. I thought this line was crazy. Chasen won the Ultimate Fighter. I thought she should have stayed at 145. She went to 35. That's a big weight cut for her. She's big for that weight division. Raquel's a bulldog. Raquel fights everywhere. She's not going to be big at 145. And she's a decision queen. She's going to try to decision you, clinch you against the cage, maybe try to take you down, try to box you up. She's not really great anywhere. She hasn't really adapted to the new age of MMA. Macy's kind of that new age woman who finishes you on the ground, on the feet, whatever. I'm all over Macy here. Plus, I would have taken her if she's the favorite. I can't believe she's the underdog. They're really giving Raquel a lot of credit because she has fought everyone, because she's been around for so long. But I think she's at the end of it here. The age is catching up with her. I like Macy. Macy, though, however, sometimes tends. I know her record's great, 7-1, but some of those wins she didn't really show up. Sometimes she shows up, she's looked fucking flawless, and I've been all over her. Other times it's like, man, where was that girl at the last time? Hopefully she shows up. This is a big fight for her, big name, and I think Macy, if she stays at 145, could definitely fight for the title. I will say the one thing that's very interesting to me here is, you always see ugly guys with hot chicks, right? Because of money, or they got a pipe in their pants. You don't really see many, and maybe I'm wrong here, but Raquel Pennington has Tisha Torres, who is pretty hot, and Raquel Pennington is not a good-looking woman.
Correct.
So it's very nice, like kind of refreshing to see, a lesbian. Because usually when I see lesbians in Cincinnati, partners, whatever they want to be called, if the woman is kind of on the butcher side, her partner's a little butchy too. It's never like the butch one gets a hot one like you see in the movies. But this is proven. Raquel Pennington's got some fucking game. She's got some game. She's fucking snatched up Tisha Torres. Good for you, Rocky. All right, next up, you got Charles Jourdain -215 versus Andre Yule +172. This fight's a little weird here. If you can tell, what I did was I put a little slime ball here. He is going to be in. It obviously gives away my pick to you guys, but he is contention for slime ball. The idea of my slime ball is I give you my 2 or 3 picks, and then you can sub them out with whoever you want, whoever you're more confident with. But this guy is a candidate for slime ball parlay. Charles Jourdain versus Andre Yule. Andre Yule coming up to 145 for the first time after getting knocked out at 35. So Christian, what do you got, bud?
Man, when did you get these lines? I swear they moved. Oh, FanDuel's the only one that's off on this one. But yeah, you can get Jourdain for 190 now.
Okay.
Look, these guys are. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead. Go.
These guys are both super hittable. So I don't know if this will be a fun fight or not. These are two guys that I get wrong all the time. I think you're crazy even considering Jourdain for slime ball. I mean, he almost.
Yeah. Well, guess what? I'm fucking crazy.
That Rojo fight, I believe you were on Rojo in that fight too. And all
I was.
Yeah. And I mean, Yule is dangerous with, his reach. That's the only thing that's really dangerous about him. I don't think he's going to finish it, but Jourdain is so hittable. He never gets anywhere near like what his line is. Like a 200 on him is so untrustworthy.
I agree.
Betting is what we do. You are crazy. I know Timbo agrees. It's wild.
Crazy.
I would highly advise against that. I'm picking Jourdain to win.
You're picking Jourdain?
Well.
Okay.
But I got zero trust in him.
Okay, here we go. So you just shitted all over me, and then you pick the guy. Listen, here's my thought process on this. I'm not saying he's in the slime ball. He's a candidate, okay? He's a nominee. I think Andre Yule is completely trash. He's coming up in weight, the 145, which might be beneficial to him, but he's a striker. Jourdain's a striker, right? Jourdain's very clean on the feet, doesn't have the biggest power in the world, pretty good takedown defense. Let me down last time against Julian Rosa. That's all on me. And then obviously I picked against him was Rojo. I'm not the biggest Jourdain fan, but when it comes to striking, I think he's a legit guy. I think he's a legit prospect. They both get hit a lot, right? I mean, if you're coming from 35 up to 45, you just get knocked out at 35 and you're coming up in weight. You can blame the weight cut. Andre Yule doesn't seem like the biggest 35er. Maybe I'm wrong. But coming up to 45 again, I'm advocate of no weight cutting, so I do like the move. But take the line away. I do think this is way overpriced because I think Jordan, anything near what he is now, 190, 215, whatever, is very high. I will agree with you that, but when you throw him in a parlay, I literally don't think he loses this fight. I think he's going to win a decision, if not finish the guy. I'm going Jordan. I'm actually fairly confident in that. You know what I mean? We can make a side wager on this, Christian, if you want to bet, even though you just picked him. And I'm crazy. So let's do it. Let's get the Timbo's pick first. Timbo, what you got here, bud?
I will say I did look at something and got it wrong. So Julian Arose is not who I thought he was. Who's the fraud black belt that got dominated by Bryce Mitchell?
Charles Rosa. Yeah.
I was going to immediately pick Yule because I thought that he had lost to Charles Rosa, who's a complete fraud. And if you get submitted by Charles Rosa, you need to get out of here.
That's right. 1,000%.
But now that I do remember this kid getting knocked out by Nate the Train. But Nate the Train is Nate the Train. Yeah. I like Jordan. I mean, I don't like the bet. I don't think he should be anywhere near minus 215, and I won't be betting this myself. Probably will put him in a parlay, but give me Jordan as well. It's a good pick 'em, but I don't like the value on it whatsoever.
Yeah, so the line is weak, but we all pick Jordan. Sometimes you just gotta pick winners. Let's take the lines out of it in a shit fight like this and pick winners.
Rosa got knocked out by Nate Landwehr, by the way. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Rosa got knocked. Or no. Rosa knocked Nate out.
Oh, with the flying knee.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Nate the Train, baby. But listen, Nate has rebounded well since then.
How about that?
And that guy's fucking electric. Re-signed a UFC contract. I love it. All right, next up, Sarge Eubanks. Sarge minus 176 versus Melissa Gatto plus 142. I lead the dance here again, boys. Again, I'm going dog. Melissa Gatto took an arm home with her last time. Her record is very, very weak. I will say that. She looked very impressive in her UFC debut. Fucking snapped an arm. She looks strong. She looks great on the ground. Her takedowns are very average, and her stand-up is very weak. Sarge can push a pace, but sometimes you don't know what you get with Sarge. Either she's a high-paced 3-round fighter that's a bad bitch in there, or she gasses out, right? And and everyone's like, I saw some argument on Twitter about this between two cappers. They're like, well, Sarge is a really good black belt too, and all this stuff. Yeah, but she hasn't fucking shown it. Whose arm is she taking home, right? Melissa Gatto, kind of like a new prospect here, kind of a pretty girl. I believe she, Brazil. I thought she might have been from Mexico. From Brazil, 7-0-2. Again, fought nobody. Takes arms home with her, and when you're giving me dog money, I'm going to take it. Sarge Bank has let me down so many times. I'm afraid to bet this fight because I feel like if I go Gatto. That sounds weird. If I go Gatto, then Sarge is going to dominate. If I go, you know what? I like Sarge here. Let me throw Sarge in a parlay. She'll get fucking mauled. I can't get her right. I'm not going to do it, but my pick is Gatto. Hopefully she takes an arm because that's what I want to see. Timbo, who do you got, babe?
Go Gatto. It's
go Gatto.
Dogs are barking, man. So granted, I at first I was thinking that her record, I think she's like 7-0-2. It is very questionable because of the organization she's fighting out of. Yes. But she's also got to fight over Carol Rosa, who's undefeated in the UFC now, and she took her arm home in the first round as well. Mm-hmm. Sarge is fucking very tough to fucking bet. You know her last fight was the only fight of hers in the UFC that's going to finish, win or lose.
Yeah, I believe it. Yes,
it's crazy.
I did not know that fact, but if you told, yes, I believe it. Yeah.
And she's active in there. Like, believe it or not, she is a very active fighter as far as like getting strikes and takedowns and whatnot. But she just doesn't get finishes. And this chick, obviously, she's much younger. She's probably 10 years younger than her. She's got a lot to prove, and she's proved more to me than Sarge has in what I've seen in her fucking 10 years. So, give me go Gatto.
Go Gatto. I love it, Christian. Go ahead and spoil the party here, babe.
Yeah, go Gatto arm. I'm on her too.
Hey.
I think you guys said it perfectly. I mean, Sarge is so inconsistent. Maybe Gatto hasn't fought as good a competition, but she's been consistent in what she's done. You can't trust Sarge. Can you trust her to make 125 tomorrow? Yeah.
No.
I'll be keeping an eye on that. I don't think I'd be surprised. I'll have to see how she looks, but yeah, I'll take the consistent up and coming fighter over Sarge can be great against Elise Reed, but
right.
I mean, against Ketlin Vieira. Well, there's a big girls, Peony and Ketlin.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leonardo is better than anybody probably that Sarge has fought, and Gatto took her arm. So give me Gatto as well.
Go Gatto, baby. We're all on another underdog here, and it's a female fight. We're all on Macy. We're all on Gatto. Sarge is the big word that kept coming up in all our breakdowns: inconsistency. She's just so inconsistent. It's like I was really high on her coming out the fighter. I liked her attitude. I thought she's kind of a bad bitch. Then she kind of beat up her lady a little bit, which made me feel like she might maybe be a little bit of a scumbag. But yeah, I like Gatto here as well. I don't know if I'm running to the window to bet this fight. But I think it's worth, if she's plus 142, submission props, probably pretty gorgeous. Sarge has never been submitted. She does have a good jiu-jitsu game, but Gatto, sometimes when you take out competition jiu-jitsu and you just take that out and you just look at MMA jiu-jitsu and some of these newer age fighters who are younger, they just go for it. Like Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira has never won any fucking Brazilian national championship or anything like some of these other guys coming in. But guess what? He's fucking got the most submissions in the UFC because he goes for it. He started off in MMA. All right, big boys here. Harry Hunsucker, Justin Tafa, minus 225 versus plus 270 for Harry Hunsucker. This fight just shouldn't be in the UFC. This is a complete disgrace for anything. Tafa's here because he's Ty's boy. Harry's here because he did the UFC a fucking favor by stepping up the fight tied to Tuivasa. I hate this fight so much. I hate the line. I hate everything about it. But Timbo, give us a breakdown of these fucking big boys.
They're fucking real fat and real big and real slow, but they are powerful. You know what? I don't want to waste time here, but I do want to see what the odds of this going to the decision are because it's got to be insane.
Crazy.
I got it right here. It is plus 350. That's what I figured.
To go to the decision, yeah.
Yeah. It's great, dude. Harry Hunsucker, this motherfucker's UFC stats, he's landing 4.3 strikes per minute and eating nearly 9 strikes per minute. And, Tafa's is off too. His is like 4 or 5, but it's not that bad. Jesus. I hate this fight, but it's going to be entertaining, at least until they gas.
Yeah.
And then, whoever just fucking can't move the fastest is going to lose. But give me Tafa. He's I hate this line is too much, but for the pick'em,
crazy.
It's for the pick'em. I got to take him.
You got to take him. Yeah, it's crazy line. Christian, you're laughing the whole time, bud. Give me your breakdown of this.
You're a phenomenal storyteller, and this might be my all-time favorite. Anytime this dude's name comes up,
it was crazy.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, he hasn't got much better. He's such a fucking bum. Nice guy. We're not friends. He was okay. Wasn't like we were like buddies, but like, he's Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, these guys both stink. Harry Hunsucker's never been out of the first round, win or lose, which should give you some concern because at least Tafa had that terrible fight with Carlos Felipe. Actually, it wasn't really. It was fun to watch.
It really was.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoyed that one. But low level, very low level. So I'll kind of look into the numbers and the lines, especially with the big heavies, where it's like so this line is the exact same as the line was against Tai Tuivasa, which I don't really know how to process that because the only thing similar about Tuivasa and Tafa is the way they look.
Yeah.
Not their skill set is not the same. I'm just gonna cut it short here and say this is at plus 270. I'm willing to take a shot on Harry Hunsucker.
Wow.
I don't think Tafa's good. He's 4-3 for a reason.
Wow.
That's amazing. This is the heavyweight whisperer, man. So I'm like,
fuck, man. I listen. I respect Christian's fucking heavyweight gift when he's predicting these low. This is the lowest heavyweight fight he's ever predicted. I can never bet on Harry Hunsucker in the UFC fight. I just can't. Listen, I'm looking at his record. I went down memory lane. He fought a guy, Tony Parker, back in 2019. Okay, this is one fight away from getting a shot in the Contender Series. Tony Parker used to train at my gym. He was a Vision MMA fighter. When I trained there, He was a 170-pound fighter, and he seemed pretty small to be at 170. He fought Harry Hunsucker at heavyweight. He's 15-17. This guy got completely obese, and Harry Hunsucker Americaned him in the round 1. And Tony Parker, when I first joined the gym, was teaching jiu-jitsu, and Harry Hunsucker fucking Americaned him. No one gets Americaned anymore. It's the easiest defense in the world, and Harry Hunsucker did it. This is 2 fights away from getting a shot in the UFC. It is absolutely crazy. Whoever Harry Hunsucker's manager is needs to get a fucking award. I'm picking Justin Tafa. I think Tafa stinks. He's got big power. He's went to a decision a few times. These guys go to slang and bang. I think one of the bets of the century is, I mean, I'm sure it's in a crazy number. Fight doesn't go to decision. That's going to be your play here. Put it in a parlay, bury it with something. That's where you're going. I don't care how high it is. That's literally the mortal lock of all mortal locks. I mean, Harry Hunsucker can't even go 3 minutes, let alone 3 rounds. He's going to fall over and ask for a fucking, Kentucky bourbon. This guy is a joke.
So go back to your Ohio shit too. He did get knocked out by Dontel Mays.
Dontel Mays, yeah, that was like, that's what I'm saying. Like when that Hard Rock MMA, that's in where's it at? It's deep in Kentucky. I forget where. I drive through it all the time when I go to North Carolina. I can't remember right now. That's like the fucking hub down there. That they put on a fucking show down there. Dontel Mays was the guy. Chris Curtis fought down at Hard Rock MMA a few times. I almost signed a fight down there. That Dontel Mays like ran that shit. Like people were terrified of this guy. They thought literally when I saw him fight, I didn't see him fight down there, but I saw him fight in Northern Kentucky. There were chatters, right? Because Stipe had just signed to the UFC or maybe one fight. They're like, this guy's beating Stipe. And I said, Erica, grab your coat. We're leaving. This guy, what are we doing here? So I'm glad we're done with that fight. Now, this is an interesting fight here. Hannibal Celos minus 325 versus Victor Henry plus 250. Wide line here. Don't know if this is moving. Christian, tell me what you like in this fight. Hani Barcelos is a slime ball candidate. If you guys see that right there, so you obviously know my pick.
That's a great pick of Henry that you have there. There's a lot of good. It looks like brown hair Fabio on his ESPN picture.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good picks. Yeah, I just kind of Googled and picked one and took the background out.
Like that. I like Barcelos. That when you're talking slime ball, I mean he is as well rounded as they come.
Sure is.
Yeah, I've been big on him for a long time. He's been super active lately. I don't really know if that's a concern versus UFC debutant. I don't know a ton about Victor Henry. I would say my main worry is a lot of times when you see guys coming off the regionals, or he's from Ryzen.
He was in. He was in
Ryzen.
He was in Pancrase for a while.
Whenever Kyler Phillips.
He made his bones in Japan.
Yeah, he's got some good wins. Without knowing a whole lot about him, I would say my one worry is that he comes in just like a bat out of hell. UFC debutantes are always scary. I don't think the line's too wide though for somebody as skilled as Barcelos. I don't know if he's underrated. I think he's maybe a little bit slept on. I think in the betting community and with non-casuals or whatever, hardcore fans, they know about him. I feel pretty confident in him. Henry could prove me wrong, but he's going to have to do it first. This should be, Barcelos should roll here. Is this like a late replacement or something?
It is, yeah. Barcelos was supposed to fight Trevin Jones, 5-star Jones, and then Victor Henry stepped up on short notice. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that would be a weird first fight. I mean,
going in against a shark like Barcelos. Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm all over Barcelos, obviously, with the slime ball candidate here. Victor Henry made his bones in Japan, and he might have the problem with some of these guys, the American guys that go over in Japan, they get some good wins, right? I'm not impressed with the Japanese MMA scene. He's got a good win over a Russian. He's got a win over Kyler Phillips, a young Kyler Phillips. He's at Catch Wrestling. His head coach is Josh Barnett, so he's kind of a crazy guy. He goes in there. He can grapple. He can strike. He's pretty durable. He's been finished before, and he's got some losses on his record against some decent guys. He's got some wins, kind of all over the place, but he's getting a little older. I think the problem with some of these guys when they go over there, no one knows who this guy is unless you're a hardcore fan. And I looked him up. I looked up tape on him. I thought he was a solid prospect, but he's 33, 34 years old now. And when you go over to Japan, you're getting paid good money. You know, you like it over there. And, you know, they treat you well. They treat you like a king. And then you don't ever want to leave. So now he's getting his UFC shot a little late. And you get Hani Barcelos. He's coming off his, I think, only UFC loss. If it's not his only UFC loss, he's only 16-2, right? Against Timur Valley, where he 10-8 Timur Valley in the first round. Almost had him out of there. Rocked him bad. Slowed down a little bit. Lost the fight. Very, very close fight. And Timur Valley is a no scrub. He's got some good wins. Barcelos, that is, over a lot of people. He can wrestle. He has jiu-jitsu. He has boxing. I think with this fight, Henry can get a little crazy. I think he can get a little wild. He's got that catch wrestling style. He's got to mind his P's and Q's. He's got to be careful of some of the crazier stuff because Henry is going to come in there, finally making his UFC debut. He's probably going to try some crazy shit. And if Barcelos is within himself, he dominates. I'm all over Barcelos. I'm very high on him. I think Victor Henry should have maybe been in the UFC maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I think he's a little too late. So give me Barcelos. Oh, honey. Timbo, what you got?
I'm going to analyze because I don't know much about Victor Henry, but I'm other than what I see on Tapology right now, but I'm going to analyze what you just said as far as how he's a catch wrestler. And Barcelos has a 92% takedown defensive rate, which is
beast wrestler.
Yeah, he's got Aldo written all over him. I don't mean to be stereotypical, but he looks like him, and his stats look like his as well. Keeps up a high pace, fantastic takedown defense. Can get his own takedowns as well. Give me Barcelos.
Nice. Yeah, the thing about Barcelos is Christian hit on this. He would be a little bit bigger of a name or a star in this division if he fought a little more. He just doesn't fight enough. He disappears. He likes to, he doesn't, hasn't really shined. And he's not like a prolific finisher as well. He does have some finishes, but, he's not the most exciting guy, but he's very, very rock solid. And if he gets a win, dominates Victor Henry, makes a good call out. He's interesting in this weight class. He definitely is. All right, next up, Gerald Merscart. Let me erase that there. Gerald Merscart, minus 250 versus Dustin Stolfus. Plus 198. I lead the dance here. Listen, this is easy for me, guys. This is Gerald Merscart. I've never been high on Gerald Merscart. He is a slime ball candidate as well. But Dustin Stolfus stinks. I mean, this guy stinks.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
He's just not good. Like his contender series fight. I mean, the only reason he got a contract because the guy hurt himself. Like he
broke it. He fell on his arm.
And they gave him a contract, right? It's really weird that he's in the UFC. Like he's an American that reps German. He lives in Germany. He's got a weird story to him. His takedown offense is complete garbage. He is a submission fighter, but Gerald Merscart has the most submission wins at 185 pounds. So good luck doing that. Merscart's very up and down, right? He got knocked out by Chimaev really quick, but then he comes back and he fucking dominates. Who did he dominate? He came back against.
I want to say he got knocked out again after Chimaev. Oh, no, he didn't. Never mind.
Makhma Murdov, who was undefeated at the time, or not undefeated in the UFC, big prospect, comes back and chokes him out the second round after having a rough first round. So sometimes he shows that he has a bad chin. Sometimes he's fucking durable as can be. He's captain of Duke Rufus's squad. Dustin Stolfus has no striking. He's good. The only way he could win a fight in the UFC is to get the fight to the ground. Well, if you get the fight to the ground with Merscart, he's taking your fucking neck home. Give me Gerald Merscart, minus 250. I'm sure he's climbed much higher than that. I can't believe he opened at 250. I think that's a steal. Even he's a 2-1 favorite. I still think that's a steal. Give me Merscart here. Timbo.
Yeah, I think this line. Christian, you got those lines pulled up as far as
minus 225 for Gerald.
So he's gone what he used to be.
So he's gone down.
I thought I saw him at like minus 180 or some shit, man. I was like, wow. Shit. Yeah.
I think Merscart should be a minus 500. I know this fight kind of came together last minute, but Stolfus stinks, dude. Him and Harry Hunsucker should just have dinner together. Fucking bums.
Yeah, I'm all over Merscart here too, man. Even after his fight with Chimaev, I never bet against him. And he was good money. I think his last 2 fights, he's been really good money.
Big underdogs. Yeah.
He's been fighting
plus 400 against Muradov.
That's
plus
crazy,
1,000
man.
by a sub in that fight.
Yeah, and he was a slight underdog against Bartosz Babinski too, because Babinski was coming off the Darren Stewart win and just decisioning dudes, and fucking Merscart takes his neck home.
Yeah, man, this guy. Don't let the Chimaev fight fool you. Or I think he got knocked out before that too. I can't remember who it was, but that was a shitty little run he had on. But he seems to be back at it.
He's been knocked out a few times. So Chimaev knocked him out. Ian Heinisch knocked him out. Eric Anders took him to a split. Thiago Santos ground and pounded him years ago. So yeah, he's been knocked out before. But the back-to-back knockouts, yeah, Ian Heinisch, and then he took the Chimaev fight. Both times got slept. Yeah.
Yeah, both first round too. It wasn't pretty
early. Yeah.
So yeah, give me. I don't think he has anything to worry about here. Give me my boy GM3.
GM3. Christian, what do you got here about this 185-pound fight?
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of GM3. He should whoop Stoltzfus' ass. The fact that he got in on the Contender Series off of a broken arm just because the guy doesn't know how to go to the ground.
It's not.
And then his other 2 fights have been pathetic. He is not good. This is a gift of a line, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This is slime ball material. I agree as well. Let's see, what's the over under 2? That's weird. Under 2.5 minus 130, 140. You can get GM3 inside the distance for about even money. That's probably what I'll probably be going that way.
That's a good point.
I don't know how many times Stoltz has been finished. Yep. Inside the distance, even money.
Yeah, GM3, when he hits the ground, he's unlike a lot of people. I keep bringing this up because it's something that I've been really paying attention to lately. Is again, if he goes down and does BJJ competitions, Gordon Ryan's going to smoke him. But this is fucking MMA. You know what I mean? Sometimes these guys they take too long because the time limits aren't there. GM3 is so good as an MMA guy, MMA jiu-jitsu. Now we got to fight here, boys. Now we're starting to get to the meat of the card here. The damage, Darren Elkins, plus 176 versus Cub Swanson, minus 220. Let's go Timbo here. Timbo, what do you like in this 145? This is an interesting fight here, Bubs. What do you got?
Yeah, I don't like Cub Swanson. Never have.
Lead off with that.
Yeah. I mean, he's a quitter. He's like, even in his last fight, I know he got fucking pieced the fuck up by Giga. He didn't get pieced up. He got like body kicked and then like, oh god, and like, and then like when he lost,
Giga kick got him. Yeah,
the Giga kick, and then when he lost to fucking Brian Ortega, when he's like, I literally felt so close to death. I've never felt like. Dude, that's pussy, bro. And I know you're like fucking NorCal, SoCal, whatever the fuck you are. And
I think he's SoCal, Palm Beach.
Yeah,
Palm Desert.
Palm trees.
Yeah, he's something SoCal. Yeah.
Yeah, but if we're going with a battle of heart here, fucking the damage, baby. That's all day. The damage. This dude, like he has been finished by Ricardo Lamas, but I'm sure I can't remember correctly, but I'm sure that was probably stopped not by his own power. The referee probably stepped in. I'm sure. Yeah. But he's put together 2 in a row, two finishes at that. I know in the Garagori fight, I believe he was getting shit kicked out of him and ended up gassing the guy. So I mean, Elkins doesn't quit, man. And at a plus 176, I like it. I do think that Cub is probably the more skilled fighter, but in his older age now, and with his bitch fits he throws when he's crying in the octagon, tapping out, saying that you broke my ribs. I think Darren Elkins can get that shit done at plus 176. So bring it on.
Give me the damage. Christian, what do you got here, bud?
Oh, man, this is an interesting one. I think I lean Cub Swanson here. I always get his fights wrong. I should say that at the beginning. I couldn't tell you the last time I picked a Cub Swanson fight right. He's 27-12. I'm probably 0-39 in picking those. He has an excellent gas tank, so that's one thing that Darren Elkins can really exploit from other fighters. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that here. He's going to have to get Cub Swanson to the ground. Swanson's, I think, respectable. Thing is, Elkins has looked damn good for what? I mean, a lot of people think he won that Landwehr fight. So that,
whoa. No one beats Nate the Train, bro. Nate the Train.
I love Nate the Train.
Nate the Train.
I don't think Cub Swanson's a quitter. That's the one thing I would disagree. I've never been kicked in the liver, but the way people that have trained, the way they talk about it, it's crippling. So I think Cub can keep this a distance and piece him up. Like Tim said, he might be the better MMA fighter. I would agree with that. I don't think Hart is going to be enough to get through the skill. They're both old. They're both going to be slow. It's pretty equal, but I think Cub's got him here.
Cubs got him. So I'm going to go ahead and disagree with your disagree there, Christian. I do think Cubs a quitter. I think he's gone in there and he has quit numerous times, and I think that's what this fight's going to come down to. Cub Swanson is the more skilled fighter. I think he knows what Darren wants to do. He's going to hit Darren a lot in the first round. Darren's going to bleed all over the fucking place, but it's going to be late in that second round where Cubs like, oh shit, I'm safe here. I can give up a takedown. Darren Elkins, when he gets your back, he gets your neck. He's really, really crafty. That's what he does. He's done it to a lot of really good people. I just don't think Cub throws enough and is explosive enough. He's been in a lot of wars, and I just don't think his power's there. I mean, he definitely can hurt Darren. I don't think he can finish him. I think the only way to play this would be Darren Elkins by submission, which you're going to get a great number, or Cub Swanson by decision. It's the only way to play this. I'm picking Darren. I'm picking the damage here. Plus 176. I like that number. I just think it's pure heart, pure guts, pure blood, pure fucking everything from
pure
this
damage.
You don't get the damage tattooed on your chest in that horrible made up font without being a fucking G. Okay. So give me Darren Elkins, baby. Next up, fight I'm looking forward to. One of the more fights I'm looking forward to. Diego Ferreira plus 164 versus Mantus Gamrot. Minus 205. Mantus is a slime ball candidate as well. Christian, you lead the dance on this. To me, one of the premier fights on this card. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, this is a great fight. You and your every 200 favorites a slime ball candidate for you.
That's what the slime ball is. It's chalk, baby. Come on.
Who is CBF lost to? Who is he lost to?
Who?
Yeah,
Who are you talking about?
Who is CBF? Who is he lost to?
Fucking Dustin Poirier slapped him a couple years ago. Gregory Lepsy just embarrassed him. Fucking Beneil Dariush embarrassed him.
That's it. That's all. That's the only fighters.
You asked me who he lost to. I started naming guys, dude.
And then we get Gamrot. Well, not fresh off the boat from Poland anymore. He beats a washed Scott Holtzman. Washed Jeremy Stevens. And then you're treating Ferreira like he's washed. Yeah. He is not. He's going to win this fight. This line is
All right.
Yeah. You put those names, who he's lost to, you're not going to see no Gamrot in there. CBF. He looked amazing in that first round against Gregor. I picked Gregor in that one too.
Yeah. Obviously I'm taking Gamrot. Here's a slime ball candidate here. And I'll tell you why, right? It's not what he's done for me in the UFC. It's what he's done for me outside the UFC. This guy is a cardio machine. His one loss in the UFC, his one loss in his career was kind of a weird decision over Chimaev's boy. But this guy puts a pace on you. This guy's cardio is legit. He's finally an American top team. He's working with Mike Brown. He's getting the skills to pay the bills. Ferreira, listen, I've never been a fan of someone traveling so far for training, right? He lives 2 hours away from Dallas. He travels 3 days a week or whatever. I don't really know. I think that's the reason why he gasses. He gassed against Beneil Dariush. He gassed against Gregory Lepsy after he put that pace on him. Gamrot is going to put a pace on him. Put a pace on this fucking guy and break him later in the fight. I don't know if a finish is going to happen. I see a decision happening here. I think Gamrot is the next wave. I think this dude is really good. I think he's put great fights on his resume in a pretty respected organization outside the UFC. I think he could easily be 3-0 in the UFC, but he's 2-1. Give me Gamrot all fucking day in CC's face, and I want to bet this $20. You get 30, I get 20. Deal?
Deal.
Shake on it. Shake on it. All right, Timbo, who do you got here, bud? Whose side are you taking, Timbo? Whose side are you on here, man?
I'm taking Gamrot. However, they are respecting Diego with this line there because he is 36. Okay. He is coming off 2 losses in a row, I believe, right? To
Beneil Dariush, who he can't beat. And then Gregory,
Yeah. So, I mean, to be coming off 2 losses and then going up against this young fucking Polish stud and only be at plus 164, the respect is there from Vegas. It's just tough. And Diego is tough as shit. Like, he does gas, but even in the Beneil fight, he gassed and he fucking damn near won it. I didn't think so, but one judge did. But so yeah, give me Gamra that's a safety bet. But I again, it's questionable to be in a slime ball.
Ooh,
That's
okay,
questionable.
okay. You know how I get early on my picks? I didn't text this guys out to you, so maybe I don't jinx myself. But when I looked at this card on Saturday night, this is the fight that jumped out at me. This Gamrot jumped out at me. This one and another one jumped out at me. Not the Mearshot fight, another fight the next fight we're going to talk about. I just think it's going to be the pace. I think Diego is going to be a fucking handful in that first round. But I think Gamrot literally, that's how he won in KSW. That's how he won outside the UFC. His fucking pace. And Diego driving all that way to train. And listen, he's been broken before with cardio. So
Diego's got a 3.5 inch reach advantage as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which you wouldn't think so, because I don't see that in Diego, but I guess he does have long arms.
Yeah, he has long arms. It's reach is weird. Like you see a guy's like 6'4", and then he's fighting a guy 5'11". The guy 5'11" has a bigger reach. You're like, how the fuck does that work?
That was like Kai Kara and Cody. That's one of
those. Kai Kara had a longer reach than Cody. Yeah, I knew Cody had shorter arms, but yeah, that was really
T-Rex arms.
Yeah. Next up, Rafael Thunthal. Plus 235 versus Ricky Simone. Don't call him fucking Simon. Minus 300. I go, right? Do I go? I think I go. Yeah, I go. Ricky Simone all day. I like this kid. I like this kid a lot. I think he's very, very good. He's got a couple weird losses. He got knocked out by Faber in Sacramento, which is definitely kind of weird. But his wrestling, his cardio, his pace, his stand-up isn't great, but he's fast. But he's so good. I think he's a legit problem at 135. He's been taking a lot of fights at 45. And a lot of people I saw were like, well, Sun Tzu has a really good guillotine. And Simone likes to shoot. He likes to double. He likes to keep his head there. Brian Kellner has one of the best guillotines around. And Brian Kellner got this guy in the guillotine a few times, and Ricky Simone just laughed at him. Got rayed out, dominated position. Sun Tzu's 39, coming off a horrible knockout loss where he's took like 2 years off over Cody Garbrandt, who can't win a fucking fight. I think Sun Tzu had some good wins on his record. I think he's fought the who's who, but he's old. His time has passed. I want to see Simone dominate here, and I want to see him be a little more active. I'm all over Ricky Simone. Big time. Timbo, who you got?
Yeah, I'm with you. Simone has come a long way since I won a fucking lot of money off Uriah Faber knocking his fake Liu Kang looking ass out. And fucking Sun Tzu, man, like what a fall from grace. He was like a top contender. I don't know if he ever got a title shot, but he was knocking on the door to get it.
100%. Yeah.
But yeah, 39 years old, coming off 3 straight losses, coming off a brutal knockout loss where he was knocked out unconscious. Yeah, minus 300. I like the play there. I do think it might go to decision, but regardless.
100%. I think 100%. I think I would like to see Simone finish because then that really puts a stamp on it. Like, okay, I'm here. Let me get the, what is he ranked? I don't even think he's ranked in the UFC right now.
Is he
so
not?
I don't think he is, dude. Tapology doesn't have him ranked. You finish a guy like a Sun Tzu and maybe by like submission or something because let's face it, I don't think he's gonna knock him out. It's more likely going to a decision. You're right, but I would love Simone to finish and put a fucking stamp on it. Christian, who you got in this, bud? Who you got, Bubs?
I'm the same as you guys on this. I think Simone rolls. I do, like you guys said, I think it could be by a decision. Sun Tzu is 39 and fighting at 135. That does not work. I don't know how many times we're going to keep getting lines, but there are 39-year-olds that win in that division. I couldn't think of the last.
Name them.
I'm trying.
Uriah Faber.
Uriah Faber was, I think he was 39-40 when he knocked Simone out. Yeah. I was trying to tee you up. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head either, but yeah, Sun Tzu's not a big guy though. So like a lot of people make a bigger issue about, older guys cutting weight, but it's like, I don't know how much weight he cuts at 35. He's not that big. He's got a big fucking head. That's about it.
He's ranked 12th. So Simone will come up on this. I think he'll be ranked 15th.
So Simone's not ranked, but Sun Tzu's ranked 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should roll here. You guys already broke it down perfectly. I mean, he's got
thank you
better. Yeah. Oh, he's got a win over Cyborg's brother, Rayborg.
Nice.
That was another 39-year-old. No, that was Benavidez. That was
a good joke, man. That was a good joke. People might not catch that in the audio, but I'm gonna shed some light on it. That was a good joke. I like that one, man. All right, so we're all on Simone here. I like, we're agreeing a lot, which is for the pick'em. It's good for me because I'm probably gonna retain, but also might be good for the wallet because we got 3 fucking brilliant, beautiful minds here, fucking picking fights. This line is crazy to me. Amanda Lemos minus 385 versus Angela Hill plus 290. Timbo, you lead the dance here. Great fight, both stand-up fighters. Lemos knocking everybody out, but she doesn't have the resume. Angela Hill's fucking a dog in there. Who you got here, babe?
Yeah, Amanda is certainly a dog in there, but she's consistently a losing dog. She's just not talented. She's a dog.
Who, Amanda or Angela?
Oh, excuse me, Angela. Angela Hill. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Lemos, man, like I don't see where you think this line is that far off. She's pretty fucking. I mean, she may not get a. I mean, shit. When's the last time Angela Hill's been finished? I don't think she fucking ever has.
Never by knockout. She might have got submitted once or twice. Yes, Brandon Marcos armbarred her, and then she's been rear naked choked by Rose a million years ago. Yeah, she hasn't been armbarred since Marcos in 2019.
Oh, hey, bud. Hey, but I think I might just actually flip my entire script on this fight for being quite honest.
Flip the script, bro.
Yeah, because this seems like okay. I'm looking at this chick. I don't know much about this Lemos chick, and I probably should, but
she can crack.
She can crack.
She is hard.
All of her cracks have came within the first round, and Angela Hill is certainly that type of chick that can wear you out and fucking get you tired. If she withstands that first round, she's going to take you into deep waters, and you might get submitted, or you might lose a unanimous decision or split decision. Shit, dude. I just completely fucking turned myself around on this. Give me Angela Hill. Give me the dog.
Give me the dog, baby. You got the dog. Christian, who you like in this female fight?
That's a blueprint. That's a blueprint for this fight. That's a path to victory right there for Angela Hill.
I like you flipping it. That gives me confidence.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that Angela Hill might take over late, but Angela Hill historically it seems like shits the bed in third rounds. I mean, all these main events and co-mains she's had, they're close, split decisions. I mean, when Lemos hits her, it's going to snap her head back. I mean, the optics are going to be in Lemos' favor. The line might be a little wide, but again, that's FanDuel. You can get Lemos at minus 310 on DraftKings, so shop around. That's a huge difference.
Big time.
The 2 biggest books.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm on the Lemos side. I know Angela Hill's never been finished, but everything I've seen from Lemos, I don't see why she couldn't finish. I do think she's the future. I think a lot of people are higher on her than I am. She's good at 115, that power. It's like that Marina Rodriguez stuff. There's very few that have it, and it seems to do the job pretty well. So I like Angela Hill. I'm a fan of hers, but again, I'm going against my heart this week.
He's flipping the script himself.
I think she sucks at commentating. She's a shitty announcer.
Really?
Yeah.
I think she's funny on Twitter. This fight, listen, I'm a Lemos guy. After she knocked out Nectat Monterrey's Ruiz or whatever in like 30 seconds, I'm like, I like this girl, so I have to pick Lemos. I hate the line because here's the reason. I know it's 2017 or 2017 was a million years ago. Lemos lost, got finished by standing elbows by Leslie Smith. Leslie Smith is just a grimy, dirty, get in your face type of fighter. Angela Hill, the longer this fight grows, she's really good in the clinch. She's really good at striking. I just think Lemos has learned from that. I think she's a really top talent here. I'm a little nervous the longer the fight goes. This is definitely a live betting standpoint, in my opinion. So I think Lemos is going to have a good first round. And I think Angela Hill is going to be really wide. And if you look at some of the body language, you look at maybe the cardio, you hammer Hill live, I think you're looking at a pretty good price right there. Unfortunately, I can't do that yet. Ohio is still working. We're legal, but not yet. You get it. Timo gets it. I mean, he's in politics. He understands the things. Give me Lemos. Move slow. Give me Lemos. I'm not super confident. I think the line is a little wide, though. I will like Hill on a live betting standpoint. I'm going to avoid this fight personally. Doesn't Lemos, is it just me? Does she look like a little bit of an older? She's probably not older than Holly Berry, but just her face is very Holly Berry-esque to me.
I see it. I can see it, especially the blonde.
Not as pretty as Holly Berry, but, Yeah. And let me ask you guys a question.
I see what you're saying.
Are you going to see Halle Berry's movie? That
Absolutely
she
not.
You're not going to see it.
No.
Christian, have you seen it yet? Okay.
I'm
not going to see it either. I'm not a big MMA movie fan. The only MMA movie I can kind of tolerate is Warrior with Tom Hardy. I think that's kind of a little far-fetched, but I think it's all right. Here comes the boom. Here comes the crap.
Wasn't The Fighter? Wasn't the one called The Fighter? Or maybe
The Fighter's a boxing movie. That's with Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale. Great movie.
Great movie.
About Mickey Ward, but it wasn't an MMA movie.
The new Mortal Kombat movie is kind of UFC based.
Really?
It's about an MMA fighter. He like turns into a Mortal Kombat character.
I haven't seen that yet. Never Back Down. You guys remember that movie? But the fucking that one's bad too. There's some bad ones out there. Let me write mine. When I get mine to the big screen, we'll see what a real MMA movie looks like. All right, co-main event. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson -250 versus Bilal. Remember the name Muhammad -250 versus +198 for Muhammad. I love this fight. I think this is a fight that needs to happen. I hated it when they announced it. I think I even said, who cares? Now I'm back on to liking it because I really think it opens up the division. Stephen Thompson is basically a gatekeeper at this point. I hate calling him that, but he is old. And, and I don't think he's going to ever win the title. Bilal is this guy who's like, I want to fight someone fucking tough. Give me a fucking top guy. Whose turn is it? Mine?
I think Tim's.
Timbo, go for it. No, I think it's Christian's actually.
Oh,
yeah. It doesn't matter. Go Christian. I can go first. No, who cares?
It's funny. I'm not going to say a whole lot about it because I'm really more curious to hear what you guys have to say. I'm set in my pick. But when this fight got announced, I remember I was texting about it, and I was like, hell yeah. And today I'm thinking about it. I'm like, this fight stinks.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
But this is going to be boring. I tried to think of any way this could be exciting, and I don't think it's going to be. This is, I think this card might be kind of boring in spells.
Not a great card. Yeah.
I mean, we're coming off some great ones, so it is what it is. I think Thompson's got this. He just has to avoid the takedown. I feel like it's just deja vu when I said that in the Burns fight, and he did stop the takedowns. The good thing is Bilal Muhammad's not very good at getting takedowns. It's another one. I kind of imagine he'll stay at range. Thompson's older than me. That's not good in MMA. I mean, right. My knees hurt getting out of bed. I can't imagine how this feels. So, I think Thompson. I think he's got it.
Thompson's the pick. The click.
At the range fight, stuff some takedowns.
So here's my problem with this fight, right? I've been all over the map. I've hated it. I liked it. I love it. Now I love it. And I don't love it as like, oh, this could be fight of the night. I love it for what it's going to do for the division and what it's going to answer for Bilal Muhammad. This is a guy that's been knocking on the door. I want to fight good people. I want to fight. He's 19-3. He's fought a lot of bums. He's got a decision win over Chris Curtis where he took him down and smothered him. The only time I've seen Chris Curtis ever emotional in a fight, swung at Bilal after the bell. Crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, it was intense. They fought in Chicago, and at the end of the round, Bilal was on his back, like flexing, and Chris fucking it was there's video on YouTube. He got very mad.
He connect?
No, I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen him so long, but it's very uncharacteristic of Chris. But I do think Bilal has good grappling. I just don't know if he has good wrestling. Stephen Thompson, in my opinion, got exposed a little bit by Gilbert Burns, who does have good wrestling and great grappling. He got smothered. He couldn't do anything. Obviously, you want to be like, oh, he wants to go back to the drawing board and fix that. And he can, right? He's very quick. He's got a great stance. But if you get on his legs, I think you can take him down. And Bilal's one of those guys where the only time he fought a high-level guy was against Leon Edwards. And he got dominated that first round, got his eye poked. We never got to see what happened. Obviously, he was losing, though. He's like, oh, you give me more, and I would have done it. So I've been back and forth, but there's going to come a time where Stephen Thompson's just not going to be that dude. And he's going to be 40 in February or 39 or something. He's old. So I'm going to go Bilal, remembering the name Muhammad. I want some new blood. I think if he can get out of that first round without getting dropped and clipped and punched, and because he keeps his chin in the air, without getting knocked out, I think if he really turns this into a grappling fight, which is the only way he's going to win, as I think he can beat Stephen Thompson. So I'm going to take Bilal at +108, and I'm going to take him by decision as well, which is going to be a nice little number there. Timbo, who do you got?
That's not a bad bet. just as far as especially if you take it by decision, because he's not going to finish the Wonder Boy.
No.
So I mean, shit. Let's look that up real quick.
Yeah, he doesn't finish anybody.
Doesn't finish anybody.
So you can take winning method. You can take Bilal by decision at plus 330.
It's nice.
That is nice. And then
What's
Wonder
Thompson
Boy
by decision?
minus 105.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's real good value there.
Yeah,
His last finish, it was in the UFC. I think his only finish in the UFC. Yeah, his only finish in the UFC was against Augusto Montana, who right back in 2016.
Yeah, and that's fine and all, but for the pick'em, give me Wonder Boy. He's a way better fighter.
Correct. I think so too. I think Wonder Boy is the better fighter. I have this gut feeling, and I've had it since the fight got announced, and I really dug into it that, Bilal has his own like little show now they're promoting. He's on the desk. They're really trying to bring this guy up. He talks a lot. He throws his name in the hat, but he's got to beat someone good, right? And if you're not going to be a finisher, then you got to have some names on your resume. That's just what it is, and he doesn't have that yet. So this is going to be a big name for him on his resume if he gets it done. Again, he's ranked 11th. This is going to propel him up there. I don't think Bilal's ever going to sniff a title, but I don't think Stephen Thompson's going to sniff a title anymore either. But it's an interesting fight. I really want to see what happens in this division. Maybe I'm over buying into it because I want to get excited for something because the card's not great. But I think it'll be good. All right,
that's what I said. Bet at Steve Wonder Boy when you were like, at some point he's not going to be that dude anymore.
Yeah,
he's not that dude anymore.
Yeah. Well, what I mean is
after that Burns loss, that was it.
Right. Yeah. But what I mean, but not that dude is Bilal, I think, is a guy that Steven should be able to beat and should beat 10 times out of 10. And I'm thinking, Gil Burns is great, but I'm thinking maybe this is Thompson's done it. Because I don't think he's got his own gym and he does his own stuff and he's got away with a lot because he's very good at what he does. But when you take him out of what he does, I just don't know if he's good. If you look at his record, he's never really fought like a pure wrestler grappler. Not that Bilal is that. Bilal's a good grappler. He's heavy on top, but we'll see what his takedowns is. But, when you give me almost 2-1, plus 198, I got to take a shot. All right, big boys time. Chris Daukaus, minus 130 versus Derek Lewis, plus 106. I lead the dance here. This isn't too hard for me. I slept on Daukaus his entire UFC career. I don't like Derek Lewis. I think Derek Lewis is getting older, even though heavyweight age is completely different. I think Derek Lewis is this is obviously you're going to want to see this play out on the feet. Daukaus apparently has great jiu-jitsu. I don't know how good his wrestling is. I think Derek Lewis is going to want to take this fight down. I think Derek Lewis is going to want to take maybe wrestle a little bit, try to grapple him. Derek Lewis has an overhand. He does that jump kick. His speed is slowing down a little bit. He's got some pretty good quick twitch muscles, but you work the body, you work the head. His chin isn't great, and Daukaus has shown to have some pretty good boxing. So give me Daukaus. The line is low. I like the line being low. I'm not overly confident in it, but this is something that kind of jumped out at me. Is like, I'm going to take Daukaus because I never picked Derek Lewis. I just don't like – I'm not a Derek Lewis guy. Timbo, big boys. What you got?
Yeah, I've got to disagree with you, man. It's this dog money. It's Daukaus, he hasn't proven anything to me. You're like, if you're knocking out Parker Porter and fucking Alexei Olenek, I'm not impressed whatsoever.
Okay.
Shamil Durgakhmodov. I know he was 40 at that point. I know he's a former champion way back in the day, and whatever fucking Pro FC. I'm not taking that guy serious either. Yeah, give me Derek Lewis. This guy is just coming off a fucking beating the shit out of Curtis Blades.
He's coming off. Oh, no, okay, not too long ago. Because Cyril Gahn dominated him his last fight.
Yeah,
but Gahn's a fucking stud. So,
Derek Lewis did beat Curtis Blades, right?
Yeah. That was two fights ago. You're right. He knocked him out. Yeah.
And I think, granted, Chris Daukaus has got much better striking than Curtis Blades. Like, I haven't seen enough of it to where I think he's gonna fucking knock out Derek Lewis because he from what I've seen of him, from the tape I've seen, he's a volume puncher. Like it took him a lot to knock out Alexei Olenek and a lot of his other opponents too. Like he's throwing like 30 punches before the ref's finally stepping in, and that's the ref stepping in. No one's even getting knocked out. He's connecting 20, 30 times. Lewis needs one and you're done.
Right.
And I know he hasn't fought anybody with the power of Lewis either. So I do agree. Like I don't think Lewis is good. I think he's way overhyped. But this line is.
You're taking the line. This is a line play. This is a line play.
I like the dog.
You like the doggy. All right, Christian, this is your specialty here, bro. What do you got on the heavyweights?
It's too high level to be my specialty.
Well, you're the big boy whisperer. I like it.
So this is one I bounced back and forth on. I remember when it was announced, I went and looked at the line, and it was about a pick-up, and I thought, Derek Lewis, easy. Daukaus hasn't done shit. He's never fought anybody at that level. And then just in this week or two leading up to it, I've been thinking about it a lot. I actually really like the fight. And what I always try to imagine how it's going to go. And it's, you think about, how, Daukaus may not have a ton of power. He's got these fast hands. And all I could think of was that JDS fight. And that's what I think, a good boxer with fast hands. And I didn't even realize it was the second round because I just remember him swarming Derek Lewis and just, him kind of toppling from those punches. And that was like the closest comparison I could come up with. Like, how is this fight going to go? So that's really that was kind of what I settled on. I think it's a tough pick because, Derek Lewis does have that one punch power, but he doesn't fight anybody that's going to pressure him. And we've never seen Daukaus not pressure. So we got to go with what we've seen, and that's pressure. And I've seen what I consider to be the most similar matchup. Derek Lewis fall into it. So yeah, give me Daukaus in this one.
Volkov put some pressure on him. I mean, he pieced him up pretty good throughout that fight.
For 24.
If you look at Derek Lewis's record, he doesn't really do that well against strikers. He's got a lot of losses. And we were talking about Cub Swanson being a quitter. Derek Lewis is kind of a quitter as well. Like, he's never been like clean knocked out. He's been toppled over and he's quit. He's either gotten tired, his body's been beat up. DC, I mean, he completely just gave DC his back. I mean, when the fuck does DC choke somebody out? But yeah, I mean, listen, this is a complete opposite of what cappers look at. This is what I do. I look at records, I see who they fight, and you adjust accordingly. Daukaus hasn't fought anybody. He's had some good wins in the UFC. He's finished everyone in the UFC. It's a good run, but I mean, who is it really? Like, Parker Porter is actually a nice knockout because Parker Porter can take a shot. He's a shitty fighter, but it's a good finish. And I think Derek Lewis is just not. I just don't think he's there for the paycheck at this point, in my opinion. So we're into the locks now, baby.
That's a good point.
The locks
that's a good point.
Lock segments, and I go first because I'm the champ. In case you guys didn't know, I'm going to go mortal lock first. Okay, I think it's pretty easy. Ricky Simone, mortal lock. I have like 3 mortal locks I could have done, but Simone to me is I think he's just locked in. I think he's so fucking talented, and I think this matchup really. I mean, since that's a good name, I think this is going to be a big showing out for him. All right,
he doesn't have his bullet anymore though. Keep that in mind.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I prefer it. Timbo, mortal lock time. Who you got, babe? A lot of options on the table.
Yes, it is. Give me motherfucking.
I think I already know.
Give me GM3.
I was writing it down already. Oh, Christian, mortal lock, babe. Who you liking? Who you loving? Who you locking up?
Give me the extremely well-rounded Ione Barcelos.
Wow.
Oh, that was a good one. Damn, I should have probably went.
Dang. Well, I guess. I was going to save this to the end of the show, but I guess I can premiere my. Oh, wait. No, I switched it out. I took Barcelos out and took Gamrot. I was going to say my slime ball parlay, Simone, Gamrot, Mearshart. But I do a mortal lock parlay now as well. So I'm going to do two parlays there. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Timbo, do you want to send him home or do you want a doggy? You want
a dog?
Give me your dog, bub.
Jason.
I like that. I like that a lot. Christian, doggy play.
I'm gonna go with our other consensus.
Okay.
Gatto.
Go Gatto. That's good. I played my cards right. I got a weird feeling. I could be dead wrong. I want to go out wrong with confidence. So I'm going to go Bilal Muhammad as my dog lock. I want to go wrong with confidence. It's just something I keep thinking about. I'm driving making my deliveries going, man, Bilal Muhammad. I mean, that guy, fucking do it. All right, send him home, Christian. Who do you guys send him home, babe?
At least with that, you get to hold on to your belt longer. You get to hold on to your belt to the co-main.
Hey, man, what? I'm going to hold on to the whole goddamn thing. Send him home, Christian.
I think this one is probably gonna surprise you.
Nothing surprises me.
I'm gonna take Sales.
Whoa, that surprised me.
I thought about this one the more and more we were talking. I kept looking back. He's only not finished one fight. His leg just looked atrocious.
Hey, look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. That's a bad pick. That's a bad pick. Sales ain't finishing shit. All right, maybe not. I don't know. I hope you're right because I mean, I'll clip that and just play it and I'll pin it to my profile because sometimes being really wrong is fun. Timbo, send him home.
This is tough. Shit.
I only have one written down. Well, actually, I had two. Timbo already took my one. So if Timbo takes this other one, then I'm going to be scrambling for one.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm fucking, if I took Darren, I think you're going to take the damage, and I want to take that, but I'm going to actually, I'm going to take Derek Lewis because I think that's the only way he wins. That's the only victory.
Okay. I wasn't going to take the damage. That's a good one. I had two down here, but listen, I've felt the guy. I've gloved up with him. He's complete garbage. Give me Justin Tafa to send him home. Justin Tafa's getting fucking Harry Hunsucker out of there. And if he doesn't,
he's dead.
He's dead. He's a dead man. That's it. Final pick him of the year. Hot damn, dude. We did it. We look at us done did it. Beginning of the year, Dev was in here. Now we got Christian. Timbo's always been around. Man, we did it.
Look at us.
Look at us. Who would have thought?
I cannot wait until the awards. I've got some good categories in mind.
The awards are going to be good. Yeah. So the categories will be, I'm going to have each of you guys write 5 categories. Like it could be whatever. I'll send you my 5. You guys write 5. Try to make them like funny or not to be funny, but like unique, right? Like best fucking mullet or best beard or whatever the fuck, like best tattoo, best, leg kick, whatever. Worst tattoo. Well, I think the damage has already locked that up.
Roosevelt Roberts is up there too.
Roosevelt Roberts has got Abe Lincoln on.
They're so bad they're good. Like they're so bad they're good.
Alan Belcher for a while had that Johnny Cash that have you guys seen? Do you remember Alan Belcher at all when he fought? I don't know.
Rings a bell.
So he fought. He had a horrible Johnny Cash tattoo. Now he's fucking yoked. Like he's out of UFC. Christ. He's fucking yoked now. But that was a really bad one.
That is a horrible tattoo.
So bad. It's so bad. Darren Till's got a bad one too. He's got that chick on his arm. I don't know who that chick is. I think it's the chick he had. Isn't it? I thought it was the chick he had a kid with in Brazil. He's got a kid. He moved to Brazil and had a kid. And I thought that was the kid's mom. I don't know. It's bad though, is what it is. D Till needs to switch that up there. But yeah, final fight card of the year. We're gonna have the MMA Takes Awards. We're gonna try to do some trivia. I'm excited about that. And just kind of, we'll do it. We'll do it up big. I got one more fucking day, one more grind. Oh, I got next week too, but one more day grind. How's your peak going, Christian?
This week was kind of slow, but
really
the last few weeks were insane. Yeah.
Yeah. Wednesday was the heaviest day of the year at UPS by 86,000 packages.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah. That was how much more it was than any other day. Wednesday's always our heavier day. And then today wasn't too bad. I was actually moving today. Today, usually Thursdays I drag a little bit because it's just like Wednesday, you're like, all right, midweek. And then you Friday, you're like, oh, weekend. But Thursday's like, what the fuck I got to look forward to besides doing the podcast? And usually I drag, but today I fucking killed it because I was trying to beat the rain out. Yeah. So that's it. That's the podcast, boys. Exciting stuff. We'll obviously be texting Saturday. So Christian and you and I have a bet on who do we get? Diego Ferreira. I love how confident you are. I don't love it because Gamrot isn't my slime ball, but I'm gonna do a mortal lock parlay as well with all our mortal locks. That's gonna hit. I mean, we 3 fucking geniuses. It's gots to hit. All right, boys. That's it. That's the show. Any last words for either of you? Christian, that tie-dye hat is flames. Is that tie-dye?
It's like a celestial pattern.
Like celestial.
Space thing, right?
Those are those words you learn when you're over 30. Those are the celestial.
Yeah, there you go. About a 30-year-old. First podcast is a 30-year-old. Welcome, bud. Welcome to the podcast. Real quick, totally off note. I should probably end the recording, but did you guys, when you guys went through puberty, I was just talking about this at work. Did you get lumps in your nipples?
No.
You
talking about for like hair growing in?
No. Like lumps. So like when you're going through puberty, I looked this up. Some guys at work did it, some guys didn't. You have so much hormones that they develop like lumps in your nipples.
Yeah, and it hurts.
It hurts so fucking bad.
I had that.
Yeah, I didn't know if everyone, like, some guys got it, some guys didn't. Timbo's had a beard since he was like 6. So like this dude's like, nah, I fucking came out fucking, and no problems here. I love it. I hit puberty way late, so what are you gonna do? All right, boys. See
Good
ya.
times. Later.
Yes, sir.
Later.
Those are my guys right there. Those are my motherfucking guys. Final pick'em of the year. Holy shit. Let me end the broadcast here.